Hello and welcome to Motherland Kitchen, where it is all about herbs, healthy cooking, and nutritious food to feed our bodies. Today, I'm going to be showing you a very special food item. This food item is very special because it is like the world's #1 super grain. But what is very, very sad about it is that it does not have the publicity that it deserves. This super grain is called fonio. Fonio is grown in West Africa, typically in Mali, in Senegal, in Sierra Leone, in Guinea, and some parts of Nigeria, Ghana, and so on. Fonio is comparable to quinoa, but fonio has 9 amino acids. 9 amino acids. What does that tell us? Fonio is a high protein grain. A high protein grain that also has a lot of fiber. Therefore, if you are looking for an alternative to couscous, to quinoa, to rice, fonio is your best friend. Fonio is gluten-free. Yay! Gluten-free. Fonio does not have any gluten. Fonio has a lot of fiber. Fonio has a very, very low glycemic index. So all these things put together, fonio is very good for you. If you're watching your sugar or you're diabetic, guess what? You can now eat something that feels like rice, but it's not rice. It doesn't come with all the carbs and everything that you'd have from other grains. So fonio is regarded as the world's #1 super grain. I'm so excited about fonio, and I'll be bringing you a couple of recipes or videos of how we can actually incorporate fonio in our daily eating. One of the reasons is we need to be able to give fonio the publicity it deserves, as well as help the local farmers in West Africa who are growing this super grain and have not been noticed, and they are not getting their worth, given that they are giving the world something that is even so sustainable, because fonio doesn't need rain. Fonio doesn't need some fertile soil like other crops do. Fonio grows in any kind of arid land. If you want to learn more about fonio, those who have bought my cookbook, open to page 23. In 2014, I published the Motherland cookbook, and I actually put a page in this book about fonio just to help people know about this grain. But I noticed, or I realized, that just telling people what fonio is and not showing them how to actually incorporate fonio in their daily lives is not that helpful. So today I'll do the first of several videos that I'll be showing you how to use fonio. I found the Fonio Pilaf that I'm going to be showing you. This Fonio Pilaf I found at Target. This is the Yolele brand. This one is so good. It has been made for you. So all you need to do is uplift it and give it more vegetables. So our fonio is very grainy. It's very nutty. So we want something that will soften it. So we'll add some vegetables to our fonio and make it a complete meal. This brand has already been pre-mixed. It has all the seasonings. It has the salt level. It's perfect. You don't need to add any more salt, any more seasonings. It is good the way it is. So all we're going to do today is lift it up and add some vegetables, so that if you are a vegan, after you put your vegetables, you are good to go. That will be your dinner or your lunch. If you are a flexitarian, then you add some protein, another protein, which is animal protein, to your fonio plate. It could be meat, it could be fish, it could be chicken, whatever you want to add to it. But otherwise, This is a very high protein grain for our vegans who are looking for plant-based protein sources. This is the world's #1. Way better than quinoa, couscous, and all the other grains that have protein. This is fonio from West Africa. Let's go. Now, this measurement here is a cup. This is exactly 1 cup of fonio. So all you need to do, pour in the pot. And trust me, this is a lot of food. It looks small. It has all the seasonings and everything in it. The packet says 1 cup and 1/3 or 1 cup and 1/4 of water, but I would like us to do 2 cups. 2 cups of water. So your rule of thumb is going to be 1 cup of fonio to 2 cups of water. So put it on the stove. Medium heat. And let it cook. And as it cooks, we'll be stirring with a fork to just, fluff it out. Now, on the side, I like adding carrots and peas to my pilaf, again, to give it more vegetables to whatever grain that I'm cooking. So this is my carrot and my peas. I bought the carrot and peas already in a bag. So I put it in water. And like I always tell you, always put a pinch of salt. A pinch of salt. When you cook anything, you need just a pinch of salt. So while our fonio is cooking, we'll have our vegetables steaming on the side. And now, to add flavor, because food is about herbs, we have our good old, our onions, our green onions, and our bell peppers. Again, the more the colors, the more the antioxidants. So again, onions, superfoods. So we will stir the onions while waiting for the fonio to cook. Fonio cooks very fast. It doesn't take long to make fonio. It cooks very fast. In like maybe 10 minutes, it should be cooked. We want to cook our onions and wait for them to cook until they are translucent or they wilt. And then we add our bell peppers. I'll turn off the heat and cover the pot. So I've turned off the heat and I cover the pot to let it set and absorb the water. Because like I said, fonio is very grainy. My peas are ready. I will now strain them. And as always, we go back to our pre-made sauces. Get a spoon of this. The red tomato base and the green herb base to give it flavor. Reduce the heat. And just let it simmer. And you notice we did not add any salt because our green herb sauce base, our tomato sauce base, when we made them, we used a little bit of salt. So we have salt from that. And the pilaf itself, the Fonio Pilaf itself, is already pre-seasoned with some salt. So we don't need any more salt in our food. So we just season everything, let them simmer, and we mix. If you cannot find the pilaf fonio in your neighborhood, you could still buy the plain fonio and cook it just the same way that we did, but then add some seasonings to give it some life before you put your vegetables. So it's the same thing. So if you don't find those, don't worry about it. If you don't find the pilaf and you can find the plain fonio, go ahead, buy the plain fonio and just cook it the same way we're doing, but then when you boil the fonio, when you put it in water, add your seasonings. And what I would suggest, if you don't find the pilaf and you have the Motherland Kitchen jollof rice seasoning, simply put a teaspoon of the jollof rice seasoning into the water as you start cooking your fonio, and then put a little bit of salt to taste, and it is still going to come out very good. So our vegetables are ready. And all we need to do is mix, because this is the fonio by itself, the pilaf by itself, which is very tasty, but just needs a little bit of uplifting. So here, I'll do a 1-to-1, one scoop, one scoop, one scoop, one scoop, and I mix. Just Fonio is ready. So this is your Fonio Pilaf. And there's so many good things I can tell you about Fonio. This at Target is $5.99. That's $6. $6. And it gives you 4 servings. So a family of 4 with $6 cannot go without dinner. And a good dinner. The peas, the bag of peas that I use is $1.99. So $6 plus $1.99 is $8. The bell peppers and the onions, if we give it another $2, that's $10. A family of 4 would eat a very healthy, tasty dinner for $10. How cheap can that be? Help your families eat good food for very little and help the farmers in West Africa to be known for the hard work that they're doing to give us this grain that is such a super grain and a grain that can actually save the planet. Thank you for watching, and I'll bring you more Fonio videos next time. Goodbye.